At this place in history, we're going skiing at the beautiful Suicide Six ski area. And joining us is Steve Perkins, the Executive Director of the Vermont Historical Society, as well as the President of the Woodstock Inn and Resort, which encompasses the ski area, Courtney Lowe. Now, I'm going to start with Steve. Steve, why are we here today?
Well, of course, we're talking about this place in history, and this ski area is the oldest continually operating ski area in Vermont and one of the oldest in the country, and really has ties to early skiing and skiing technology really throughout the world. So what a wonderful place to come on a nice snowy day.
That's exactly right. And to help us kind of understand the area itself and a little bit of its history and even what is taking place today, we have Courtney Lowe. Courtney, what makes this place so special?
This is a community mountain that has been around for nearly 9 decades, so the history's incredible, and our community embraces it every day.
I am curious about the name, Suicide Six. I'm looking at these steep slopes. Does that have anything to do with it?
Yeah, you know, Bunny Bertram and the team that kind of started stepping away from Gilbert's Hill and looking for something bigger and you know, have a little more steepness to it and larger mountain. Found this area here, which actually was hill number 6 on a topography map, and they just looked at it and said this would be a pretty intense mountain to go down, so hence that's how the name came about.
We are now inside the ski lodge, and joining me now is the general manager, Tim Reiter. What I find super cool is that the ski lodge kind of doubles as a museum. Tim, why don't we walk down memory lane, shall we?
Sure, Jolie, happy to. So we have a nice little history area that tells you kind of the progression of Suicide Six from 1934, when the forced rope tow existed just over the hillside, up through the gully area, and then into Suicide Six operation in 1936. And some really other exciting pieces of history, obviously, which takes you kind of even all the way into more modern history in the 80s, when you know, we're sort of the cradle of snowboarding and its development. When in 1982 the National Snow Surfing Championships were held here at Suicide Six.
So kind of talk to me about what is in this display here. I'm seeing some of the first snowboards?
Sure. So you know, we go all the way back to the history of Sherman Poppin inventing the snurfer back in 1965. All the way up through, you know, Paul Graves taking over the Snurfing Corporation and kind of growing and becoming sort of the founding father of snowboarding, and having the first national competition here at Suicide Six, which was later turned over to Jake Burton Carpenter, which later became the U.S. Open. And it's really exciting to see the progression of that over the years, and to know that we still embrace skiing and riding here wholeheartedly with our rental programs and our ski and ride programs, and our long-standing history of getting kids of any socioeconomic background on snow.
At this place in history.